All right, so let's start with you. What are you looking forward to? Now that I had a preview at your list, I can already say that you've not stolen one from me, but there's one that I had on there as a common one. But what are you looking forward to musically out of, the remainder of the year?
Out of the year. So obviously we can't speak on, like, there's going to be so much that comes out that we don't know of. So
are not aware of.
We'll speak to whatever we know or we think is going to happen or we hope is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So first one is, I guess I'll start with albums that I know are coming out. AJR is releasing a new album. They haven't released one in a while.
Nice.
I don't like them as much as I did, I think.
That was like at one point
originally.
your favorite band, right?
Yeah, it was. And it might be something to do with just the mainstream aspect of it that I'm ready to move on while everyone else is
I like their old stuff.
Yeah. But it's still exciting. Like,
right.
I'm sure I'll find something I like on there.
Yeah, probably.
So that's exciting. We'll talk about Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars album. Did you know that was going to happen?
No idea. I don't think anyone did. And then when you sent it to me, I didn't click on it, but I just saw because I'd seen it briefly, and I was like, oh, cool, they're putting out a song together. And then I clicked it, and it was like, hey, we're putting out an album. The first song is going to be out, I think, March 5th or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember when it was, but
that's crazy.
That's gonna be so cool because obviously, like, I don't think Bruno Mars gets enough respect. I don't know, maybe because he's made into like the
people love him.
He's made into pop. He's pop music, but he still has such a unique sound for pop music.
Timeless. He's a timeless artist.
And combining that now with Anderson .Paak, who is
also
still underrated. Yeah, because I don't think he's as big as he
blew up a little bit though. Like he jumps on everybody's albums now. Like everybody wants to do music.
But it's not like he's making it to the radio for the most part. Like he's not.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guess I don't know. We don't listen to radio.
We don't. Really, but like you would think, as far as like top 40 songs that he's either had or been a part of. Yeah. I don't know any, but again, that might just be my lack of
So that's just gonna be like the vibe of that one.
Yeah,
is gonna be. I'm so excited. We'll do a listening.
Oh, I would love that. Well, what do you think? I mean, because
what would that be called? I was saying a watch party.
Yeah, a watch party, or a listen party. Do you think? Because obviously they're both vocalists. Bruno Mars is probably the stronger one between the two.
Think so.
But Anderson .Paak can do both. Can rap, sing, and play the drums. So do you think? Do you think it's really going to be like an even split of vocals from him, or do you think he's more going to provide?
No, I think it'll be an even. I think. Are you saying vocals in general? Or are you saying?
I don't know. Just like as far as the songs that they're doing together.
Dude, it's so exciting.
Because he can rap, sing, or both on all of them. Like, it's just the versatility and direction they can go. It's crazy, and it's like we already know Bruno Mars can fit on rap songs because he's done choruses for them before. Like, it's not like he's gonna be like, oh, I don't know how to blend it.
My guess is gonna be a lot of R&B.
Yeah, it's exciting.
But that's gonna be so good.
Yeah, that'll be
gonna be so cool.
It's gonna suck if it flops.
And then
be like, well,
I saw Greta Van Fleet is gonna have a new album out. They just had a couple new songs out, but they haven't released music in a long time
since that first album with the smoke rising thing.
I think that was the last one.
Really? Damn.
I think so. And so that's just exciting. Like,
yeah,
I'm not in love with them, but it's a really unique.
They're a cool band.
Cool band. Right. It's worth mentioning.
Yeah, for sure.
The last one for that would be, believe it or not, Travis Scott.
Saw that was gonna happen. Yeah.
Only because, quote him, he's trying to expand the sound, and so he believes that he is expanding hip hop. And I want to know what the heck that means.
I believe that he's capable of it.
You think so?
I think he's in the right school of like thought musically, and I'm just saying that because he's a good music artist, and that's like the label Good Music.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't mean like he's good at it. He is good, but I just mean like he's basically influenced, as his name actually. If you've ever heard him talk about why he's called Travis Scott, part of it's because of Kid Cudi. So, and Kanye, right? Like he's basically like brought up with those two dudes. Those two guys are hugely responsible for the shape and direction of where hip hop went when they started making music together, and like where it is now. And they've so heavily influenced artists that are making rap music today. Like especially the melodic, auto-tuned and voice-altering singing that rappers make now. And he's obviously adopted that
Yeah.
You know, so it's,
yeah.
if he's saying that he's pushing the envelope of whatever the boundaries of rap or hip hop, I believe him. You know, like if anyone can do it, he can
I
do
guess
it.
like he's gonna do it, but
Yeah.
we'll see how that actually ends up. Like
Yeah.
we'll see if that ends up being a it'll be big no matter what, but it'll be interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Here's what I guess.
He's hyped it up a lot.
Yeah.
So people are gonna listen to it no matter what. But
What I anticipate happening is I would imagine it's gonna be the same thing like that happened with Yeezus, where it comes out and everyone's like, like this is weird. Like it's weird. Like, and then it's gonna
Like 2
sit
years
for
later.
a while, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh my god, this is a really cool experimental album.
Yeah. And if people didn't know, I am not a Travis Scott fan at all. But when you
do you dislike him or do you just not like him? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
am I
like are you like I don't like hearing his music come on, or are you
Yes.
just indifferent? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
I hate his voice.
Really?
I hate it. I hate his voice when he adds the auto tune, especially. Like I think he sounds so dumb.
Yeah, in
So-
certain songs I can hear that. It's funny, his earlier stuff, he never did that, and a lot of people were like, I missed that.
Yeah,
Travis
turn it
Scott.
into that.
Yeah.
So from what I know of him, I'm definitely not a fan.
Okay.
But maybe this changes it.
Yeah, maybe. Is there anything else you want to
There's a
mention
couple
on this?
things I want to mention, but are there any like albums that you would mention that I haven't?
Oh yeah. So JID is supposed to put out a new album this year.
It's big for you.
That's huge. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for that. He's been absolutely on a tear since he put out his first studio album technically, DiCaprio 2. Like ever since then, he's been hopping on features, like just humping like crazy. I'm sure, hopping on features, and like just he's the most exciting rapper to me right now. So I'm very excited for that. Denzel Curry's supposed to come out with new music. That'll be cool. Yeah, I saw
I
you
mentioned
had him.
Denzel Curry.
Yeah. To like you kind of said, AJR of like the mainstream, Mr. Mainstream himself, Drizzy Drake, is supposed to put out a new album. I'm always excited for a new Drake album.
Sure.
I wasn't like that enthused with the last one, but this one he's been building up a lot. It's called Certified Lover Boy. I'm excited for that one. That'll be good. Because there's always
Mr. Mainstream.
there's
himself.
always he really is. What else is going to be on there? Oh, we will. I think we've talked about touching on this subject in more detail, so I won't go too far into it. I hope Chance comes out with new music.
Yeah.
He needs to bounce back.
Yeah, he hasn't done much.
I hope he can like kind of find himself musically again. That would be cool. I'm rooting for him. Any other albums?
I went
I
through.
can't think of anything.
Yeah, I
else.
went through everything that's known it's going to come out, or I skimmed through everything, and there doesn't seem to be much else that I think either of us would really be that interested in. Definitely, there's plenty of albums coming out, but in terms of actual things that we would be.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar. That was the other one. I
Oh,
forgot.
really?
He's supposed to put out. He's supposed
because
to
I
be
didn't see that on there.
putting out new music. Him, and then Rihanna's supposed to be coming back. Vince Staples is supposed to be coming back. Shoot, there was one other one. I just saw it now. I forgot about it. I know Post Malone is. I don't really care about his music all that much. Tierra Whack. She's a Philly rapper. I think maybe the best girl rapper now.
Oh yeah.
She's really good. I'm excited to hear more music from her. But yeah, that pretty much rounds out.
So then I think the
my
last thing, because I think Denzel Curry for sure, he's just on like this trajectory, I think, where he's set to have a lot of cool music.
Yeah.
He should.
He had a weird moment.
The people that he's working with.
Did you see that whole like rant? Not rant he went on, but he was kind of like unenthused by the response to his latest music, as far as like he thought he deserved, I think, more appreciation for it, or like he just didn't. He felt like people weren't fully grasping what he was doing, and I
didn't see
thought
that,
was interesting.
But I do know that he did this whole, just for fun, this whole PR beef with Kenny
really?
Beats, and he did this whole thing
cool
on like FaceTime
yeah
and stuff. It could be tied in, might be
To whatever.
completely different,
Maybe.
but
yeah.
I think he just kind of does what he wants. I don't know.
Right.
Either way, he makes cool music that
Makes
I think is
really cool music.
I would think he's gonna come out with a lot more, just knowing who he's been working with.
Yeah.
My last one is Flume has not made music other than one remix last year in multiple years. Like his last
Really?
album was like 2016 or something.
Wow.
And everyone's saying that he's supposed to have new music out and that he's been working
Is
on
he
an
saying
album.
it, or is everyone else saying, like, we heard Flume's making music?
I don't know if he said it, but there are like pretty credible sources saying that he's supposed to be working on an album, so it's not like set in stone or anything.
Okay.
But that was last year that they said it. He released the new song in like September or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Fingers
really hoping,
crossed.
because
Yeah.
he's like he is all about new sounds too. Like he really pushes the boundary of I guess just electronic music.
Yeah. He is now one of
And-
my favorite, like, one of my favorite songs in recent memory is him
Yeah.
and Vince Staples.
Yeah.
And I forget the other girl's name, but Smoke and Retribution. Like, if there's any more, I need to do a listen to him more, but if it's anything like that, sign me up.
Which it probably like it should. Flume, if you're hearing this,
Please.
just let me know.
Please.
Are you releasing new music? I'm not like obsessed with them. It's just you just don't. It's so long. It's so long.
Do you ever get, what do you think is like the appropriate, like, is there ever a time when you're like, this is annoying, why aren't you putting out music? Like, angry that your favorite artist is not putting out, or one of your favorite artists is not putting out music? Or are you always just kind of like, do you err on the side of like, well, I'd rather it be good and then be working on it than just putting out something that they're not fully passionate about?
I definitely try not to be mad that they're not releasing music, because you have no clue what is going on in their end.
Yeah, right.
And
yeah. Maybe bad's not the right word. Like, it's exhausting sometimes waiting for new music from people, I think.
Oh man, we just get so tired.
Yeah.
We're the victims.
Well,
I get where you're coming from in that like this is their job and they're expected to be releasing music.
Entertain me.
Yeah. And when it goes for several years, you're kind of like, what are you doing? But it's a kind of like Lord has not made music for I think like the same amount of time, and everyone thinks that she's going to be making new music soon, but they don't know.
I guess if you're not inspired by whatever's going on in your life right now, and you're not in a place to, like, I heard who's now the late great MF Doom talk about like just creativity, and he was always saying like he never felt like the need to just make music and get bad stuff out of your system. Some artists look at it like that. They're like, just get it all out on the paper, like just write, and then you'll get the gems that way. And he was always just like, I'm gonna live my life until I feel that stream of like that wherever those ideas come from and that creativity hits me.
Yeah.
And the writer's block is gone. And he's like, you'll draw from everything, but you just have to like take it as it comes and not like pressure it. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's super relevant for a lot of different artists on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
There's plenty who
Right.
can't do that, and they just want the instant gratification of a new song.
Yeah, or they
and
look at
then
it more as like a
blast it out.
grind to get to the new music.
Right.
Instead of like channeling it from wherever, from a higher power.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We'll see how that plays out this year.
Yeah. Yeah,
if
that'll be exciting.
people like Flume and Lord and anyone else who hasn't made music in a long time,
Get
they
off their
finally
lazy asses.
if they finally feel the power.
Yeah, right. Feel the connection. So, send us your most anticipated.
Sorry, my
2021.
actual last part. Genre-wise, I'm really excited that I realized that soul music is such a
Indie
thing
soul.
that I like.
Yeah, soul.
I just didn't know how to categorize that, and it's an easier way to find music now, which is cool. And then the other one is excited for electronic EDM this year, because last year there were some good ones, but not much at all, just because it was not the time to release it.
Yeah, right.
And I'm sure there's a lot that will be coming out this year,
Hopefully, along with live shows.
especially this summer. So
Talk about most anticipated. I'm hoping for a live show, just of any kind.
yeah, I'm sure live shows will happen, but in very specific ways.
I might even go see country concerts.
No, you will not.
Maybe.
No, you will not.
If it's live music. You're right. I won't do that. yeah.
heck
No
are you
no
saying?
way will I. I'm
How
not.
long do you think you would last at that?
You're right. I
Like,
get there
guys,
for
can we
like
go?
20 minutes and be like, oh, what
You
have
guys
I done?
hearing this?
Yeah, you're right. And just yeah, never mind. I don't know why I said that. Cut it.
Cut it.
Cut
Cut it out,
it
cut it
out.
out.
Yeah, cut it out.